Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I hope the wind is not going to be too crazy in this video. If it is, I apologize, but I think video is the easiest way to cover something that I'm getting a bunch of questions about, which is how I hollowed out, I guess, the stem on the pipes. Did I drill it out or whatever? And I did not. I just chose a material that is hollowed out or is pithy at the most. So here's just some of my little pipes that I made the other day, and I just drilled this out with the Forstner bit, just something that drills flat. Doesn't matter how you do it, there's no rules. You can use like a T-handle or a damn Milwaukee drill if you want to. It doesn't matter. You know, of course, depending on where you are, you're going to be limited to what you have. But if you got it and you're learning how to do this stuff, use it. So it's easier to reverse or to make something harder to practice than trying to make it easier if you're unsure of how to do it. So I know that didn't make much sense, but to work backwards is always easy. Once you have something completed, you can make it as difficult to make as you want once you know how it's done. But anyway, these were black walnut. So this is black walnut bowl and a black walnut stem. And all these are black walnut stems. And the reason that I went with black walnut is because it's hollow on a sapling. So this is a piece of maple. Notice there's no cavity there, no void. This is a piece of black walnut. So you can still see some pith there in the end of it. I had a piece of wire over here. I remember what I did with it now the other day. I just had a piece of wire, and doesn't work. It's just a piece of baling wire, and I would just poke the stuff out like that. That's simple. And just like anything else, when you're bushcrafting and crafting things, material selection is super helpful. I'm not going to say it's important, but if you want to carve a spoon out of a piece of oak or lignum vitae, have at it. But if you're looking to just get something done in a timely manner, a piece of basswood or poplar would be a better choice. How much effort you need to put into something goes with your material a lot of times. You can work yourself to death on stuff if you really want to. But I've found that doing it the easy way the first time really helps to explore different ways of doing it. Here's some more black walnut. Dang, this wind is nobody's business up here, boy. Sorry. So here's some more black walnut pieces, and we have grown a bunch of black walnuts over the past few years here at the house, and we train them every year to grow a certain way, and that's why I end up with a lot of these saplings here. And this would be the same deal. I'd pick out my length, carve it to length. You can see the little pithy stuff in there, and depending on what end this was going to be, we'll say this end is going to be where the mouthpiece was. And then just trim it up a little bit so it's not super pointy. And then I take my piece of wire, poke it through there, and then just kind of give it a good wiring. Get all that Majotis out of there and go each way. Some of you dang YouTube commenters ought to be really good at that. Sorry. But there you are, guys. That simple. And then you just figure out, you know, you want your hole to be preferably smaller than the original outside diameter of this piece. So you have to either stuff it in there or carve it to fit so there's a good tight seal on it. And all of this stuff is going to have, depending on what you wanted to do. This is a pretty big piece. This is a longer piece. What did I do with my wire? And sometimes you can, if you have something metal, I know they use rebar to burn out the inside of bamboo and cane to make dart gun, blow guns. Just clean it out. You could use a drill, you know, if you had a, so stuff coming out of it that time. If you know, if you had a good long drill bit, I have some pretty long, I don't think I have them out here with all my other drill bits. Oh, here's a pretty good one. Here's a pretty long one that you could, you know, I could have used it to, I could have went both ways, but a lot of these I could have used it to holler out the center if that's what I wanted to do, but this is just super easy compared to drilling it out. But you could drill it out if you wanted to. Nothing saying that, you know, that's not the direction that you can take, but the ones that are hollow is just easier. Easier to do. Whoop. Sorry. See, the entire length of it is hollowed out. You know what you could do with this? Make a good spile. So if you were doing collecting sap, that would make a good spile. Or you could make one like this. Butch, don't be sad, bub. Let me get my piece I threw on the ground over there. Are you sad, big boy? Don't be sad. Same way with this. Clean the end up a little bit. I'd probably get one of these bigger ones. This one's, the inside is not very. Get your piece of wire. You can do it with a piece of bamboo too. I don't have any bamboo out here. Bamboo makes some super awesome pins and stuff too. I've been working with it a lot, but you can get it really thin and fairly long. But you do this with a piece of bamboo pretty easy instead of a piece of wire. But that's totally a spile. Beat it into something. Let it run out. Trip in the end. Cool. But that is how I make the stems for some of my pipes. And I've just started playing with pipes, so I have a long way to go in the construction overall, but I know I can make a pipe. Like it's not hard. It's going to be the same thing basically every time. And I'm going to build me just a kit, little pipe kit, like maybe the wizard would have had on some of this fantasy stuff, but to have a hollow stem, the black walnut is going to be the easiest way, or a piece of bamboo. There's going to be your easiest ways to do it with the least amount of work. But anyway, answering y'all's questions, I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for the support. can find some more stuff at Bushcraft Kelso on the Instagram, and Gizmos and Gadgets, bushcraftkelso.com. Thanks again. Later.